Welcome back to Golf Story. This is Grandma Party.
Hi, I'm a Doctor IRL.
I had to bring in an actual doctor to play golf with me.
I get a class benefit from this, both socioeconomic class and also like the healer class that I chose.
I was gonna say good luck using your special abilities to avoid the guillotine. This is Australian golf, so it's not like fancy courses. It's just like rednecks.
Oh, okay. So I'm on board with this. This is actually the kind of golf probably that was played by most people growing up where I'm from, which is the middle of the country, Iowa. A lot of people like a lot of golf courses in between cornfields. Not a super bougie sport where I'm from. So
wait, really?
Yeah, actually, Iowa has a pretty proud tradition of like public golf courses in our cities, and all the times I've ever been golfing, which is fewer than I can count on one hand. It's been at these municipal, like affordable courses that are just basically big, nice parks. And you see some outrage. You see people in cut-off jean shorts and like tank tops.
Oh man, that is way better because here in Dallas, it's country club town, and my real life name is basically Jacob Ginsburg. So there's one country club I can go to, and I don't want to go there.
Your kind is not so welcome.
Listen, we prefer the term Hebrews and Shebrews.
So is this you sort of painstakingly choosing a club, an angle of approach?
Correct.
How much time in this video are we going to be spending watching you like have
nice
inner dialogue with yourself about? And who's the guy in the do-rag, by the way?
I mean, if it's Australia, it's more of a don't rag.
That's right. Everything is down under there. That's right.
Ugh, you're going there in like 2 months. You better get ready.
I'm not ready. Taking 2 children across the frickin' Pacific Ocean 17 hours in an airplane is not anything I think one can be ready for. Wow!
Oh, yeah. I wasn't kidding when I told you I was good at golf.
You're really good at this.
I have one skill, and this is it.
Your short game needs work. Well, that's sweet.
I love that I can just huck balls at people. It's like your social life. Listen?
We're not going there.
I'll go there a little. Oh, it's pink.
Who's hitting at you?
Love interest. Totally love interest. I'm calling it now if it's a pink ball.
And pink hair? And a pink bag of golf clubs?
I love her, man.
I already love her.
But she's got this like Cro-Magnon thing going on where she's going to beat us.
I mean, I don't mind.
I swear to God, that's fantastic in the background. That is Fantastic's actual avatar.
Yeah. I don't mind being humiliated by love interest women. I think it's actually kind of arousing.
I was going to say, how tall is Brady?
She's not that tall.
Yeah, because I married an Amazon.
Yeah. It's just you're signing up for a lifetime of getting dunked on.
Oh, that's my life.
Hilariously, the whole right pane here of other suggested and recommended videos are a bunch of really jacked women doing CrossFit are the suggestions to me. So that,
I know what you've been searching for.
On brand.
Man, I want to go to a CrossFit gym now.
Oh, they're great.
I would last all of 2 days before I just wrenched my back.
Yeah. I do that about once a week. It's all right.
Oh, no. I've got a bad spine already, man.
You just alternate Tylenol with ibuprofen, maximum daily doses divided over 3 doses. You take something every 4 hours, you're golden.
I'm more of a rest, ice compression, elevation boy.
Okay, tell me how you're going to do 2 of those things when it's your back.
I'm going to get one of those 0G tables.
Yeah, okay.
Right. That the boomers think work.
Compression, just substitute compression and elevation with acetaminophen and ibuprofen. You'll be set. Trust me. I'm a doctor.
God damn it. That's terrible.
That's why I'm so good at golf.
I'm going to get adjustments and supplements.
Oh, God.
Like, I'm going to get $40 an adjustment 3 times a week.
When they're done bilking you, you can see a real healthcare professional.
I'm sure when you're dunking at them on the course, you tell them that. Because all the real athletes become, oh God, what was it? It's not OBGYNs.
Orthopedic surgeons.
There we go. All the Chads become OBGYNs, but all the athletes become orthopedic surgeons.
The Chads don't become OBGYNs either. The lady Chads. OB-GYN is a field at this point in time that mostly is about 80 or 85% women going into.
Man, that was not how it used to be.
No, bros don't have such a place anymore. Why are you...
I love Chubs Peters there in the back. Chubs Peters is my favorite. If this guy says all in the hips, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's all I want. I mean, they really play with the text in this thing. It's almost like House of Leaves level.
With the emphasis. Increasing volume in the responses.
Oh, I will totally peg a 4-year-old with a golf ball.
So, just very quick overview for me.
Uh-huh.
What... Like, is it just a golfing game, or are you like, is there an RPG element to this?
There actually is an RPG element. There are stats. I did not try to putt into the water. That was not a smart move.
How many, like, you're just walking around right now with an unlimited number of balls?
Yeah, I'm pretty ballsy.
Just hitting pins?
Just walking around nailing shit. Just kind of seeing what the world's got for me. Because, fuck it, why not?
Does it, like, unlock stuff and give you points?
It will later on in the episode. Right now, I'm trying to make...
What is your purpose as a golfer?
It's more my purpose as a human being.
Got it.
Like, I'm trying to become the best golfer of all time, because...
Okay.
In real life, I really am.
Is he in this game? Is Tiger Woods in this game?
They actually had him trying to guess, but he's back in sex addiction therapy. So,
Oh, I was gonna ask whether there was any sleep sex segments in the game.
Oh my God! Wait, you got to tell me the story. Yes.
I mean, Tiger Woods is both a notorious sex addict and also a notorious Ambien abuser.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, what? Oh, Tiger Woods is a fascinating guy, but would combine the two. Like, you often. This was how Tiger got down, is he would abuse these sleeping pills. The Lunestas and the Ambiens, and would have sex on them, because there's nothing about these medications that prevent you from having sex, but like, it's a sleep sex, right? You're not really remembering it, but it feels super good. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Like, one, what the fuck is the point? And two, that's like the best way to pretend to have sex with a horse, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Mike Pence whether...
God. I was going to say, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like...
Nice shot.
One, what the fuck? And two, why does that sound like so much fun?
Ambien is a hell of a drug. Have you taken Ambien?
I've never taken Ambien.
Oh boy. I have some Ambien experience.
No, wait, were you taking Ambien and trying to stay awake?
You just do sometimes. And what's crazy is that you're asleep, but you're still capable of many things that you're capable of whilst awake. You're just essentially not all the way there. And so people would eat on Ambien. People would live out all sorts of like lurid sexual fantasies on Ambien. Like, that's actually a relatively common one, because it turns out that the brain, when you strip away all that, stuff that keeps us civilized, is just incredibly perverted. And so people on Ambien tend to be like major horn dogs.
I was going to say, you do not want me on Ambien.
Yeah. I got that sense pretty early on. I thought having you just sort of sober in my vicinity was enough.
No, you missed really fucking drunk day. A real fucking drunk day. I'm just a pile of id wandering the streets, doing whatever impulses take me, and that's just on alcohol.
Yeah. Well, Ambien is a whole another level, because you're not really all that impaired. I mean, you are. You're not making great decisions or anything. But like, you can put passwords into computers, you can unlock doors. It's just like a really mischievous troll takes over your body.
Oh no, you must never give this to me.
Yeah.
I'm already a mischievous troll in real life, okay?
Yeah. Ambien's not a great drug for a couple of reasons, so. But Tiger Woods loved it. I mean, I'm not, please don't sue me for, is it libel or slander when you say it?
It's slander when you say it.
I'm gonna confirm that he's been found with this stuff.
I mean, Tiger sounds like fun now. Like, so long as everyone consents.
When he was arrested for driving under the influence, he had Vicodin, Dilaudid, Xanax, Ambien, and THC in his system.
Oh my god.
Ambien has caused problems for Roseanne Barr, Tiger Woods, and Elon Musk. The devil's aspirin, why so many celebrities blame Ambien. Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough. So yes, Tiger Woods has had at least some problems with Ambien. But I thought that there had been, I'd read a report that like this was one of the things that he liked to do when he was getting down.
Oh my god. I was going to say, and what drug are you going to give to your toddlers on the plane for 17 hours to make them sleep?
I'm officially not drugging these kids, but unofficially I'm like maybe nasal Presidex, but I'm not drugging them. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge. I mean, just don't drug the stewardesses and you'll be fine.
Pardon me, I'm just getting over a cold. These little monsters.
Oh,
little
dude.
Cesspools of disease.
I was never a germaphobe until I hit like 30, and now I'm a total germaphobe.
My children.
Yes,
Wow.
eat shit.
How'd you do that?
I was gonna say it's a gift. These hands, Doc. These hands.
These gifted hands.
These gifted hands and my gift of timing.
You and gentle Ben Carson and your damned gifted hands.
Wow. We're kind of a dick.
He has a memoir called Gifted Hands. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Gifted Hands. Yeah. He wrote
Yeah,
a book
I hear the
called
quotes.
Gifted Hands.
That's amazing. And now his gifted hands just like take housing from poor people.
Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story, written by Ben Carson.
My god.
Come on, dude. Yikes.
He must be sitting in the shower at like 6 a.m. before going to work. He's like, man, these hands are gifted. They know just what I like.
He's unbelievably dumb and fraudulent in every capacity other than being a pediatric neurosurgeon, which I actually have not heard any problems with his ability to do. But like, he's made up stories where he like talked a bear out of attacking him and like saved himself from an altercation with another individual who had a knife, like another teenager, like with his belt or something. Ben Carson is just full of dumb stories about Ben Carson in every capacity other than being a honest-to-goodness world-class pediatric neurosurgeon, which I cannot indict at all. But, like, he's selling these... God damn, Mark, you're just fucking surgical with those.
I was going to say, you save lives. I've put balls in the hole.
I'm going to say, you're a better golfer than Ben Carson is a surgeon.
That's all I ever wanted.
That much is apparent to me already.
Like, this is my Louvre, right? This is my art history is also not my strong point.
Yeah. I mean, it would be fine, like, if you said it was like a title of a masterpiece, but that this is your cultural institution that's a collection of other people's masterpieces, like, it loses the thread a little bit.
I was gonna say it's not Saturday Night Live. That's my cultural institution.
This is, maybe say it's like your Guernica or something.
Ugh, Guernica.
I mean, it's a masterpiece. I don't think anyone would argue against me. I dare you, Twitch chat, argue with me. Guernica's not a masterpiece.
Guernica sucks.
Oh boy.
Like my favorite moment in any TV show
Philistine.
ever is when Jay Sherman's father flies his helicopter through Guernica and says, "Take that, Guernica." Guernica knows what Guernica fucking did. What's that bull even doing, Picasso?
Representing the Spanish Empire, dipshit. That's what it's doing.
Well, the Spanish Empire has a whole bunch of ligma in it, so I don't care.
Oh, did Joe put it there?
Wow. Fucking hell. You're not getting me with that one.
Yeah. No, I didn't think I would, but so are we gonna talk about the
Infinite money trick.
The really massive accomplishments in financial fraud that Wall Street bets have accomplished in the last 72 hours at this point? This is certified fresh.
Oh, I love this. It's so good.
So for those of you out there who are unaware, Wall Street Bets is a subreddit on, noted, microblogging site, social media site, Reddit.
Noted pedophile apology message board.
Yeah. It's Wall Street Bets is basically like a cacophony of idiots trying to one-up themselves, losing money as fast as they can. Like basically, like the bigger your position, the faster you can lose it, the more karma you're gonna get. Karma redeemable for nothing, by the way. But
yeah, I was gonna ask, what does that karma even do?
Yeah, it doesn't buy tendies.
Did you see that fucking croc? That was ridiculous.
Too good. I'm dialed in right now on financial fraud. I'm all about it. So anyway, one of the favorite trading platforms used by these superstars of the internet on Wall Street Bets is this Robinhood, which has commission-free trading. And also, for some reason, if you give them $2,000 that you're going to wager, allows you, with no qualifications whatsoever, to start to trade options. Now, those of you following along at home might wonder, what are options? Well, basically, they are the crack cocaine of stock gambling. They are money that is wagered directly on speculation. You don't own any underlying piece of the company. You're just merely betting whether the price is going to go up or down on the stock. And you can bet with already in the option pretty extensive leverage. But the superstars of Wall Street Bets took it one step farther and found a way to game even more leverage with a very small deposit by rapidly buying and selling other options that were expiring a long time away and were in the money. And in so doing, several people now, at least a half a dozen, probably something like 10 times that number, have tricked Robinhood into extending them lines of credit to wager on margin of at least, the largest I've seen is $1.2 million.
I love it.
With $4,000 deposited, people have tricked Robinhood into letting them place speculative wagers of $1.2 million. These people don't have this money. They'll never have this money. These people don't understand how they'll ever earn that money, but they're being allowed to gamble at the high rollers table by a casino that's overlooked that they've walked in with like 37 cents in a paperclip.
Yeah, they're dressed like me in the high rollers lounge. Well, the thing is, they're doing it solely just to fuck with Robinhood because they can't collect on their margin because they're basically putting in, calls to themselves to allow for that cross-collateralization.
Yeah. One guy had the brilliant idea of not even actually putting in his own money. He got a loan from Lending Club. That's the underlying value in his position, is borrowed money. The internet is... Somethingawful had it right 25 years ago when they said for the first time, the internet makes you stupid. And it's just gotten faster and more effective at making you stupider and stupider and stupider.
Now, see, this is what I thought. Why don't we make an LLC and have that trade on margin for us without doing the options cross-collateralization? Because that's how they're losing money, because they're still selling themselves options. Because the Robinhood algorithm says you only have this much, right?
The reason that they're losing money, and this is the reason that this play actually does not make sense for somebody to exploit who doesn't have like a weaponized form of autism. No offense.
I think I just found my new username.
Identifies as autism spectrum disorder or whatever, but you know, it's widely acknowledged that many of the people attempting this kind of stuff, you know, are on that spectrum. But because the options with which you generate this really preposterous exploitative amount of leverage are themselves decaying over time, the leverage evaporates rapidly, and you pay a cost called theta, is my understanding of how option value changes by time. And so you can't do anything with this enormous leverage except buying like coin flips that are in the next day or so.
Also,
these rapidly expiring coin flips are subject to something called IV crush, which basically means that it's very hard to make a bunch of money on them unless there's a totally dramatic change in stock price. That's the reason nobody's going to turn their 1 million into 50 million, and even if they did, there's no evidence that Robinhood would let you keep the money.
Now I've got to think about this. I mean, how can I turn this into a massive short? Because we're due for a crash.
Yeah, is that right? We're just due for one?
I mean, we're sitting on it. The only thing propping up our stock market is a 15% massive corporate tax cut that came into effect 2 years ago.
You know, I thought that was the case too. And then the jobs numbers came in for October, and the September revisions were in the same direction. And despite a lot of headwinds, the economy just keeps churning along. The market can stay irrational longer than you can remain solvent. It's a really important lesson as an investor.
You read Hyperion, correct?
I did.
See, my opinion of the trading algorithms is basically the same as the AIs in Hyperion, which we have no fucking idea what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And they're doing their own thing, man.
I have a friend that works in high frequency trading, quant AI programming, and like, he's an interesting guy, but he goes to sleep thinking of trades and wakes up thinking of trades, and it's you don't want to play against these people.
Okay, call that dude every day, and the day he doesn't pick up his phone, just pack up and head for the hills. Because you're next.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a great fun job, but I think my career is really better in fraud.
I wish you'd actually go for fraud, you know?
How can I defraud boomers from their money that they took from other people or got from their parents?
Nobody ever went broke underestimating the American public, you know?
I mean, you do a financial crime, you're only going away for like a year. You're just like, I made some bad investments. I'm so sorry.
Hacken said it in the chat, you know, if you owe somebody $10,000, that's your problem. But if you owe a bunch of baby boomers $100 million, it's their problem. You didn't even size that one up. Look at you.
Don't even need it.
You're a superstar. Sorry for all the really bougie commentary, everyone. It's just because it's fucking golf.
Yeah, if you're on a golf course, you talk about finances, you talk about second wives.
The other things you talk about on a golf course, I don't really feel comfortable talking about in chat, but I love to talk about some equities, and I love to talk about some options.
We're just going to get you like a Mad Money podcast where you tell people what to do, and then I'll immediately go out and do the opposite.
Okay, buy and hold index funds.
Ah, God damn it. Why are you going to come in with sound financial advice?
Well, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to speculate on Bitcoin.
Oh, God, if I had bought Bitcoin in like 2008 when I first heard of it, I'd be a Bitcoin millionaire and everyone would hate me.
No, you wouldn't, because it would have gotten erased in the Magic the Gathering online card exchange crash, loss / sequestration, or it would have gotten lost in one of the other 24 scams that have left investors without their precious Bitcoins.
It's a currency that's redeemable for illicit drugs and Counter-Strike skins. It's the best.
You know, the pedophiles that were using it to trade kiddie porn are all in jail now, because one of the central advantages people propose to these digital currencies isn't actually part of Bitcoin. They're not anonymous. The ledgers are all very clearly documented. And so the transactions are not as anonymous as you'd like.
You know, speaking of topical, I heard the ringleader of that one didn't kill himself.
I don't. We're coming up on the end of the episode. I don't know a lot of things, but I know Jeff Epstein was murdered in jail. So,
yes,
all in one.
I'm gonna get access to this fancy little clubhouse, and I'm gonna show you all of its mysteries as soon as I remember how to save, because I completely forgot the buttons. I was gonna say, this guy kind of looks like you.
Yeah. He could be a stand-in for me. He's got better hair than I do.
I completely forgot where the save button was. Oh, I found it. Thanks for joining me, Doc.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.